seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos. A part is missing. Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator. Looks like I can't use the radio unless and until I replace the crystal.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Josiah ordered something from the Crowmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm a rock collector. Do you think I could have it?
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Is that so?
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Subject, as in experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. Tell me, what card is this?
I think it's this one.
Wrong. Here's another. Can you tell me what card this is?
This one?
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
This one.
Very good. Here's another. What card is this?
I think it's this one.
No, try again. What card am I holding?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card is this?
This one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Marvelous. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
This one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. This is which card?
This one?
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
This one?
Very good.
Oh my gosh. Whenever he picks up a particular card, he always says the same thing.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. What card am I holding?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Can you tell me what card this is?
This one?
Very good. Here's another. What card am I holding?
I think it's this one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I holding?
I think it's this one.
Yes. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one.
Very good. You did it. Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
But Mr. Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have.
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
Hello again.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box. The owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but
However, were you to do me a small favor...
Such as?
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Just hire a new seamstress.
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine. This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
How much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always gonna be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
What did the sheriff say when you called him about the stolen jewels?
He said since nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, well, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, delicate state of mind.
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
It's not hard. It's all basted together and everything.
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
I can't sew with that.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds good. There, that should do it. I'll bet those are the two brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found. There's something written on the back. Guess I better not leave the lights on. I don't hear anybody. Now would be a good time for me to sneak inside and have a quick look around.
Yori, be quiet. You're disturbing us.
What does this cat want?
Yori, be quiet. What's wrong with you? Clear your mind of all thoughts. Think about nothing save that spook.
Josiah must have circled these quotes, but why? Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled here in my journal.
Yes, it's okay if you blink. Just keep focusing. Your eyes, your thoughts, focus.
Should I concentrate on the cockroach or the bottom?
Either one, Mrs. Deckman. Just concentrate.
Mr. Deckman,
Yes, Mrs. Deckman.
am I trying to push it or pull it?
Push it. You're trying to push it, all right?
I'd rather try to pull it.
All right, then. Try to pull it. grabbing it, dragging it towards you. Mrs. Beckman, please.
It's nice, Mr. Topham. I saw it. I moved the spoon. I really did.
And you very nearly deafened me in the process. Now please calm down.
But I did it.
Why do I get the feeling someone's following me? Guess I better not leave the lights on. Now I'm hearing things. Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move. Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
Did you know about the secret passageway?
No, and I've never heard Emily say anything about it either.
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Well, I did find the picture right there.
But I've never seen it before in my life. Besides, Anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
I bet a needle goes here. All I need is the dress Jim Archer gave me, and I can start sewing. I better start over. I made too many mistakes. I better do it over. Miss Drew. Not bad at all.
How's the dress coming?
All done.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe deposit box. That was Josiah's key, all right. But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Toppa. But a journal? Finders keepers as far as I'm concerned. I'll be at my desk if you need me.
It's locked, naturally. It's locked, naturally. It's locked, naturally.
Anything else I can do for you?
I guess I'll be going.
Goodbye now.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. Very good. Now, how may I be of service?
Hi, could you please connect me with Bess Marvin at KL 54468?
Just a second. Hello?
Hi, Bess.
It's Nancy again. Stay off my feet this time, okay? Oh, don't be such a crybaby. Hi, Nancy. What's going on?
Emily's banker, Jim Archer, he asked me to sew a dress together for him because he can't pay the dressmaker to finish it.
And the dress is for...
His wife. He says his bank is on the brink of ruin.
Goodness! Which bank did you say this was? Mrs. Farthingham? No. Anyway, maybe this Jim Archer guy just wants you to feel sorry for him. Oh, Bess. No banker in his right mind would make something like that up just to get sympathy. If people like Mrs. Farthingham get wind the bank is in trouble, they'll pull all their money out, and the next thing you know, the bank has to close. Well, then maybe he's just a cheapskate.
All I know is if Mr. Archer really is hard up for money, he may be willing to stoop pretty low to get it.
My thoughts exactly.
You wouldn't believe what I had to go through to get Josiah's trivet back.
What did you want Josiah's trivet for?
As it turns out, I think it may be some kind of decoder.
Decoder for what?
Well, it may have something to do with this journal I found in his safe deposit box. I have to enter a word to open it, only I have no idea what the word is.
I've heard of locking journals with a key, but with a code word? That man was loco.
That's it for now.
Bye. Oh, and if you call back and we're not here, it means we went to see this movie called The Big Trail. Yeah, this guy named John Wayne is in it. Helen says he's a real dreamboat. We'll let you know if she's right.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that, and to get money, I needed to confront my arch enemy, Nick, who had recently become able to transform himself fittingly into a giant warthog. When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take it by surprise. My fear that he would hear me proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door. I could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him. Step away from that bottle of warthog potion, I commanded, and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant. I'm not going to give you a thing, save, perhaps, a taste of my sword. And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known! The storm raging outside came.
Flute, 7.025 megahertz. Puck! That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Aramis, 7.057 megahertz. Frisbee, 7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
What's cooking?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham. Is it okay if I look around?
Certainly. Now what?
It was nice talking to you.
Drop by anytime.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Hello, I'm delivering a telegram to Dr. Ackerman.
I shall deliver it to the good doctor forthwith. He rarely tips, and I never do.
That's okay. Bye.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Old Man Johnson out at his farm. Keep up the good work.
Hi there.
Hi, welcome to Sunnybrook Farm, whoever you are.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay.
Oh, the tire won't come off with a lug nut still on. There. I hope I don't get another flash, but I better go to the gas station and get my spare fixed, just in case.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Could you please fix my spare tire?
You betcha. There you are, good as new. That'll be $2.
But I don't have $2.
You don't?
No.
We got ourselves quite a conundrum here. Tell you what, I've got a whole drawer full of bolts and washers and such in there. You put them all away in the right bins, and we'll call it even.
You got a deal. Zippy said I can't get any wrong.
Sorry, you didn't do it right. You're gonna have to start over. Sorry, you didn't do it right. You're gonna have to start over. Sorry, you didn't do it right. You're gonna have to start over. You did it! You're free to go. Just remember, drive zippily.
I have got to figure out a way to make some money so I don't have to do that again. Are you Mr. Johnson?
Maybe. Who are you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and if you are Mr. Johnson, I've got a telegram for you.
Well, thank you. Hey, you want a tip?
Sure.
Buy low, sell high.
Thanks, I'll remember that.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Go to the railroad station and deliver this to Willie Joe. Keep up the good work.
Hi, I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Willie Joe. Is that you?
No, I'm Willie Joe's Uncle John. I see that she gets it, though.
She?
She, with a capital S.
Well, bye.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Phil Connor out at Crowmeister Nails. Keep up the good work.
I have a telegram for Phil Connor.
I'm Phil. Thank you. I got a tip for you. Here.
Ow, that's a nail.
That's what we make here. Nails. Beauty, ain't she?
Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Connor. Bye.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one here is for Helen C. White. She's at the library. Keep up the good work.
I have a telegram here for...
Shh! You're in a library. Sorry. This telegram is for Helen C. White. Who? Helen C. White. Bill and Steve Wright.
Helen C. White.
Shh!
Here.
A telegram from Miss White. I'll give it to her. Thank you. You're welcome. What?
Never mind.
Shh!
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Molly out at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should...
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zap and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Hi, Mr. Jones. I've got a telegram here for Molly.
She's in the milking shed. I'll give it to her. Say, I got some freshly churned butter here.
That's okay. Bye. Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Here's one for Audrey out at Blenheim Nursery. Keep up the good work.
Hello, I've got a telegram here for Audrey.
I'll see that she gets it. Just leave it on the desk. My hands are still really filthy.
That's okay. Bye. Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Margaret Judson at the Deer Mountain Resort. Keep up the good work.
Hello, I have a telegram here for Margaret Judson.
She'll be delighted, I'm sure. I'll take it to her. Thank you.
Bye.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Counselor Ed out at Camp Avondale. Keep up the good work.
Thisbe, are you there? Hello?
I'm Thisbe, but only Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Oh dear, they closed the play he was starring in, didn't they? That's why I haven't heard from him. He's too far down in the dumps. Oh, I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
Oh my, that's worse, isn't it? And after all that rigmarole he went through, making sure I knew my line and understood my cue?
Your cue?
Yes, you see, Puck, or whatever his real name is, or was, Puck wanted to share his love of acting with me. So he gave me a line to say, a very curious line I might add, and told me to repeat it only after I heard my cue. A passage written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
So if I cue you with a passage, you'll respond with the line he gave you to say?
Immediately. I know it by heart, you see.
Here goes. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me.
So Puck told you he was an actor?
He told me that acting was his life, and that he'd gotten rich and famous doing it. No matter who he was to the rest of the world, that's what he was to me, and that's how I want to remember him. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
This is Flute, but you sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck's real name was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
Ah, that's a shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
What sentence is that?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
If I tell you the passage, will you tell me the sentence?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. Especially seeing as Puck's no longer with us.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words. Well, hope I've been of some help. Over and out.
Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's a good excuse, I guess. How'd you know he called me Pyramus?
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know about that?
Long story. But if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me the stupid saying, right?
Well, come to think of it, he never said the quote had to come from him, so yeah, I guess I could tell you.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
Wait a minute, I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you it was stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of car did Puck drive, do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich. Over and out.
A golf ball. No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's. Another safe deposit box key? Looks like I'm supposed to put my scorecard in here when I'm done.
Emily, please, just settle down. It's all right. It's not all right. Stop lying. Something's wrong with me.
You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
What do you mean? What's happened?
Please, go talk to her. She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
Just go back to River Heights, Nancy.
Why? What's the matter?
I took a nap after I got back from running errands, and when I woke up, this was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought had been stolen. I have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having what'd Jane call it? A nervous breakdown.
No, you're not.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
Did you talk to her? Do you see what I mean? No wonder I never saw or heard anything. It was all in her mind.
I'm not so sure, Miss Willoughby. What's more, I think I've found something that'll solve all her problems. I'll talk to you later.
Hello again.
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box, and you've already opened it.
Can you tell me whose key this is?
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me, her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to, Clara Pickford.
So, Clara Pickford was really Josiah Crowley in disguise.
Apparently, he loved playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under their noses. I wonder what this is. Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa 1912.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the Lilac Inn and have a talk with her right now.
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me who you really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
I can't let Jane out of my sight. 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 She's heading for the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off. I can't let Jane out of my sight. She's heading for the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
Why couldn't you just mind your own business?
Dear Ned, I know you'll be home from school in a couple of days, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I just solved a mystery. I figured out that Emily Crandall's guardian was really an imposter named Marion, who intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane Willoughby after her mom died. She pretended to be Jane not only so she could steal Emily's valuables, but so she could convince Emily that she was incapable of running Lilac Inn, and that she should sell it and split the money with her. On top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able to hire all the people she needs to keep the inn going. He left Jim Archer a ton of money too, which means he won't have to close his bank. And from now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing. Although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will, and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed, and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway, when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of slightly damaged cherry pie. Wait till you hear that part of the story. As always, Nancy. Great news, I think. See, Frank and Joe Hardy have invited me to help them solve a mystery. Only this mystery takes place on a train. But not just any train. A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is jinxed. Others say it's haunted. I mean, it'll be fun to finally get to work alongside the Hardy boys, but I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.